Are you trying to start and grow your office cleaning business, but you're low on cash and struggling to get new clients? Well, then you are in the right place. But first, play that intro. What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Mike Mack. I help people start, grow, and automate wildly profitable office cleaning businesses. And on this video, I'm going to show you 7 free methods that are perfect for first-time cleaning business owners to generate new customers almost immediately, and you will not spend one dime on marketing. But before we begin, if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way you'll get notified every time a new video goes up. I put up videos like this every Friday, and I promise you, you will not want to miss any of them. Also, you're definitely going to want to stick around to the very end because I got a special announcement I want to share with you guys, a bit of another bonus. You know I come with the value, but you're going to have to stick around to see it, all right? So let's get into the video. Okay, so back when my fiance and I started this current office cleaning business that we own, we had just moved to a brand new state. So we had no connections, we had no money in the bank, and we had exactly 0 rich uncles. You add on top of that the fact that I had just left my day job because I was so fed up with the commute and I was tired of waking up being absolutely miserable every day. We had the improbable task of starting a cleaning business from absolute scratch. Buying supplies, insurance, website, logo, marketing materials, etc. We had to make that all work with what was left from my last paycheck, which was a grand total of $296. Cha-ching, baby. Okay, how the heck did we pull all that off with just $296? Well, if you want that exact video, leave a comment below and I will make it for you. But this video isn't about that. The purpose of me bringing up that story of how we started is because I really want to drive this point home that we started with absolutely nothing, and you can too. These free methods absolutely work, and again, if you're starting out and you don't have much budget, don't worry. All you have to do is your favorite of these few methods I'm going to get into, and then stay consistent and you will have cleaning clients right out of the gate. Now, I've mentioned how these work great, especially in the beginning or when you're just starting out. What I basically mean by that is the way I teach my students to go about it is the name of the game is to eventually automate your cleaning business. To have these things, to put systems in place to where things are working without you being there. I mean, that is how you get true freedom in any business, okay? It's creating systems and putting people in your place to run those systems, okay? Doing the free methods of marketing are gonna take you some time. Eventually you want it to where these things are working in the background and you don't even have to think about them. All right, so that was just a quick little thing I wanted to put on your radar, but that's it. It's time to get into the 7 methods. Okay, so these 7 methods are not ranked in any particular order. I'm just gonna tell you what they are, how to do it, and then basically what I think about it, okay? Number 1 is cold calling and going door to door. So if you watch any of my other videos, you know I'm not a big fan of this because even though I absolutely agree it does work. I will have people in the comments, you're crazy, blah, 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 blah. No, it works. Of course it works. It puts you at a pricing disadvantage because in their eyes, you're desperate. You're coming to me. So if you don't underbid, when it's time to bid and your bid's over what I could be giving someone else, well, there's nothing special about you. You just walked into my place. Why would I give you more money than anybody else? Do you see what I'm saying? So from that perspective, at least that's my perspective and that's my experience. You may have a different experience and I totally respect that. So I said my piece on it. If you want a cold call, basically look into your, Google local businesses and Google the type of businesses you're after. And then just basically my only advice is don't be salesy, be as friendly as possible. Ask to speak to whoever's in charge there and just kind of pitch your, just make your pitch. Hey, this is we're a cleaning business in this area. This is what we do. This is what we care about. This is our mission. I would love some time to sit down with you and maybe talk to you about how your cleaning services could be better. How could we be taking care of you better? Okay. So in a nutshell, that's cold calling. Door to door is exactly how it sounds. You're walking door to door. I mean, some people call that canvassing, right? Is it door to door? A good way to do that is to walk in very friendly, smiling, business card in hand, brochure in hand if you have one. Walk to the counter, charm their pants off, whoever is at the front desk, and just say, hi, who can I speak to about the cleaning of this place? So after you charm their pants off, you kind of, if you're getting some resistance, like, no, we're good on cleaning, in a nice way, kind of take a peek behind the computer screen. You probably will see dust, or behind the monitor, if you look down, you probably will see dust bunnies everywhere. You just say, well, why aren't they taking care of this? Something like that, something a bit of an icebreaker. You want to get them to laugh. You don't want to make them feel stupid or anything. You don't want to say, oh, if you're so good, why is this? Don't do that. At least that is not recommended. But that is cold calling, and that is door to door. Okay, cold email. Also, not my favorite thing, but there is a way to go about it in a way that's not very sleazy. So cold email is exactly how it sounds. They don't know who you are, and they're not expecting an email from you, but you're hitting their email box. So it's best to go, in my opinion, it's best to hit the approach of, kind of be quirky, kind of be funny, and professional at the same time. That, in my experiences, has worked out better. You don't want it to be plain Jane and boring. If you make an email that's super boring and super duper professional, it's not going to work. You need to set yourself apart with personality. If you're going to go cold, you have to have personality. That is the best thing, because if you have personality and if you have a bit of sales, if you got some sales bones in your body, then you really want to put your personality on Front Street. And again, that'll separate. You want them to see your sales email or your sales letter in the email or your pitch. You want them to see that and say, they're kind of funny. You know what, Steve or Janice, can you call this company in? Let's talk to them. I don't know how it works on the back end, but that's typically, you end up getting a phone call if you're doing it correctly. Again, it is a numbers game. Everything cold is a numbers game. So you do that enough and you will generate leads. Now, how do you get the emails? The emails, you could do it, the free method would be to go onto the websites and search on Google for local businesses. You find dentist office, doctor's office, whatever, general office. Then go to their website. On their website, there's usually an information at email, it's typically, you're not going to find a personal email. You'll typically find a business email, which is better anyway. It's less intrusive than a personal email. It's like, how did you get my personal email? Some people are really like, about that. So I would start there and then boom, start doing a thing. Or the not free way is you just buy a list. But I don't know how much of those are that accurate. They're not terribly expensive, but you get a list of like 500 emails or 1,000 emails, whatever you want it, and then you could just keep punching those. But again, I do caution you with that, is because you could run into some trouble with spam. If enough people mark your email spam, buying lists is really not recommended. I wouldn't do that at all. I would do the first method. I would just kind of go to emails, and then I wouldn't hit that many at a time. I wouldn't do a list more than like 20 people just to start, see how the emails are kind of received, and then kind of start building to your list little by little. Again, if you put like all of a sudden you start a new email account, you put like 1,000 emails in there, and then like 10 to 20 mark you as spam, that is not good. That's not good at all. You don't want to be flagged in the very start, okay? So that is cold email. Okay, so now we're getting into the free methods that I actually like doing, and I actually have seen plenty of results. And this particular method is really good. It takes a little bit of time, but it will pay off, especially a couple months down the line. That is LinkedIn groups and Facebook groups. So the same method applies on each platform. LinkedIn a little less. I like LinkedIn a little less. I like Facebook more. But the premise is basically you find groups in your niche or niche. That's a never-ending thing with me. You find groups in there, and then so basically if you're targeting gyms, you find local groups, or you find groups in your area with gyms, or you find, if you just want to target dentist offices, you find local dentist office groups, or groups that dentists may be congregating in, or something like that. You go in there and you don't pitch anybody. Instead, you deliver value. As a cleaning business, you can deliver value many ways. You can talk about, ridding the office of germs. You can show before and after pictures of like you doing a small carpet stain. If you pick up like a carpet stain, you're like, oh, look at this before and after. Here's a natural way to do it for you. You just want to give them, you just want to give them value. And when you give them value, they'll perceive you as an expert. And that is exactly what you want to do. You really want to convey that you are an expert. So when the urge for cleaning comes up, or when the idea of like, we need a cleaning company comes up, that guy or gal from the Facebook group, yeah, they're always going over before and afters, and they're very smart, very knowledgeable. They know a lot about, disinfectants and everything like that. Let me go on Facebook. Let me get their business information. Boom. That is an oversimplified example, but it really is simple. It's not very difficult at all. All you have to do is deliver value. I would do it 5 days a week. It could be quick. It could just be things that you're finding on Google that you find helpful, or things you find on Twitter, or any one of these information sites. Just think about what can improve an office, or even somebody's home. Even if you're not doing homes, I would do it too. I think if you're low on that stuff. Anything, or it could be specific to the area. Everything doesn't have to be specific to cleaning, but it's better if it's specific to cleaning. But it could be just say, hey, we're gonna get snow tomorrow. Here's how to keep your floors. If you have wood floors, here's what you can do to help the salt from ruining your floor. Something like that. That is all you have to do. And start making friendships. You want to build relationships. That, business comes and goes, relationship lasts forever, or as long as you work on it. So in those groups, comment on other people's things. Do not pitch anybody. Do not tell anybody, hey, I'm available. Don't do that, okay? That's all you have to do, is start building relationships, and then eventually, people will come back to you. I promise you, it works like a charm. The next one is very effective as well. This is joining networking groups. Now, if you join a networking group, as you're looking for local networking groups, they're going to cost money, but you don't have to spend money in the beginning. In the beginning, you just want to sign up as a bit of a guest. Like, hey, listen, I would just like to try your group. And typically they'll give you 2 to 3 appearances. Go to those appearances, but go there with the intention of making relationships. If you make relationships, people will think about you, okay? But if you're just there to pitch, there's plenty of people there to just pitch. Nobody remembers those people, okay? So if you get a good why for your company of why you're doing what you're doing, and you go meet people and you actually care about them, show them you care about them and their business, and you're interested in them, people will be interested in you, okay? And in those groups, the name of the game is getting everybody leads. You want to get them leads. Go there to say, I want to help you. How do I help you? And guess what? They're going to be like, how do I help you? And then you tell them, well, do you know any dentists? Do you know any doctors? Do you know any lawyers? Do you know any gym owners? Do you know anybody, dealership owners? Anybody in? Boom. Yes, I know Sally. She's over here. Or I know Bob. Bob's over here. Or Bob's the principal at this school. They may need a new cleaning company. That's as easy as it is. It's easy as pie. So networking groups is definitely recommended. But remember, you don't have to pay. Most of these groups, you can just get a free 3-day pass where you just tell people, I just want to try the group out before I settle in where I'm going to go. And mostly everywhere you can get that going, okay? So that is definitely a great way of going about it. Okay, the next one is called the Curious Student. So basically what that is you call a few places, maybe not in your immediate area. You call places maybe 2 towns over, a place that's pretty far, but not far enough to where you wouldn't want the account, okay? Now what you do is you call and you're gonna get what's called the gatekeeper. You call in a business and you get the gatekeeper. Now this is what you're gonna say, or something like this. It's just like, hi, this is something dental. Okay, and it's just like, oh, hi, who am I speaking with? You're speaking with Tony. Hi, Tony, how you doing? My name is Mike. So I have a bit of a unique request from you. I just started a business locally, but don't worry, I'm not pitching you. I'm not at all pitching you. I'm calling a couple places around because I really want to understand the pulse of this particular area. I really want to understand what makes you tick. I mean, could I pick your brain for 60 seconds? I know you're busy. I just have 3 quick rapid fire questions, and if you can give me a quick answer on, that would help. That would mean the world to me. That would help me out so much. 9 times out of 10, they will say yes. Some people say, no, I don't have time. But most people are pretty nice, and they'll say, 60 seconds, I can do 60 seconds, go, dude. And then you basically want to ask them questions that will help you with your marketing going forward. Now, your main purpose for this is not necessarily getting a client or a lead. It may say, well, why wouldn't I do that? Well, I got something better than that. If you could get a few people to give you feedback on their current cleaning service, what makes them tick, meaning what makes you guys happy over there? What makes you unhappy? You ask a couple questions like that, keep it really, really short. Don't ask them the meaning of life or anything. Ask them kind of what kind of things does your cleaning company do that drives you nuts, and what kind of things do they do that makes you happy? Or you know, is there anything that should be done that's not being done? You ask questions like that, right? Now, that does a couple of things, but the most important thing is understanding a few people talk about their qualms with cleaning businesses and what they love about cleaning businesses. You get to form your marketing message. Now, a strong marketing message will help propel your business. It happened with us. That's why our company thing went, our tagline went from like the safety your kids can count on, because we were cleaning schools. Our marketing message went from that, because that's what we thought it should be, to, hey, leave the cleaning to us. Boom. That message resonated with a lot more people. And the other thing, it was kind of confusing and we didn't know that. So that made it, our marketing, very, very effective going forward. Now you're saying, yeah, but I want a method to generate business today. Totally, you can do both. Because if this person is happy to talk to you for that minute and they seem miserable, you know, even though you told them you wouldn't pitch, if you build up a nice little rapport and you get them to laugh a little bit, you could say just like, okay, listen, so I'm gonna keep my promise. Thank you so much. First of all, thank you so much. This was such a big help, and I'm gonna keep my promise. I'm not gonna pitch you, even though you sound unhappy. But can I just say, my company is over here, and you know, could I leave my information in case down the line you decide to make a change? Boom. I'm gonna tell you that there is a good chance that if you make a good impression and the person is not happy, they will say yes. As you know what, I'm gonna talk to the doctor, or I'm gonna talk to whoever, or like, yes, you know what, our contract runs out in 2 months. Let me take your information. I'd love for you to come in and give us a bid. Boom. That's it. That's how that works. That's a 2-pronged effect. That is very effective. The Curious Student. Give that a try. Okay, and the last one is one of my favorites because it's so easy. It is like easy peasy, fresh and breezy, and it's quick too. It's called the Power Base. Now, the Power Base is basically you're reaching out to people you already know. Now, you may say, well, I don't know anybody that owns any business. That's fine. I didn't either. But what you do is you jog up their memory of who they may know, right? And then you basically, I'm gonna give you a really short version, but then you basically say, hey, I'm starting this business. Who do you know that might benefit? And you say, I don't really know anybody. And it's just like, well, I'm reaching out to basically medical and schools or daycares, and you're just like, do you know anybody in those spaces? You kind of get their memory going, and like I said, come on, everybody has a doctor for the most part, right? I mean, people have dentists, people have lawyers, so it may not be a big deal for them to say, oh yeah, my lawyer actually, he has a new office in town. So you say, hey, listen, Would you mind reaching out and just setting up a bit of a warm intro if they're interested in cleaning services? Simple as pie. All you have to do is start, reaching out to people you're really close with, and then if you strike out there, then you move a little further. Start reaching out to people on Facebook that maybe you don't talk to all the time, but don't reach out and say, who do you know? It's best to reach out and kind of rekindle the friendship a bit, and actually take an interest in them. That wouldn't hurt. And then from there, when you tell them what you do, then they say, oh, that's cool, that's interesting. Then you say, hey, yeah, actually, would you happen to know anybody? I'm in the beginning, I'd like to take on like 2 new clients this month. Do you know anybody? And then you'd be surprised how effective that is. Okay, so that's called the power base. That is the 7th method. You must give that a try and let me know how it works. Let me know if you've tried any of these below, or if you haven't, let me know which ones you're looking forward to trying. Okay, so conclusion, that was the 7 free methods of getting started. Don't feel overwhelmed. You do not have to do all of them. In fact, I would recommend you only pick 2 or 3 of your favorites and just stay consistent with those. And I promise you, before you know it, you will generate your first few clients. And then guess what? That revenue will start coming in, and then you get to do the exciting stuff like open up your business bank account, buy better equipment, take yourself on, a great little like dinner date with your husband or wife or whatever. And then as that revenue starts coming in, things start getting easier, because then you can start having this marketing done for you, which is a lot simpler. Our stuff is done for us. We don't do anything anymore, very rarely, but it didn't start that way, okay? So very important to pick maybe 2 to 3 of these and then just stay consistent, and you will start generating clients seemingly overnight. Okay, special announcement time. I have great news for anyone looking for help to start, grow, and automate their office cleaning business in 2021, because my brand new coaching program, it's a beta coaching program, is open. 3 spots are open right now. If you are interested, click the link below to apply. We do not take everybody. That is the absolute truth, because just like we teach our students, you cannot take every client or you will not be happy. It's the same thing here. We're only taking people that are absolute fit. So if you're interested in that, apply below. In there, we give you all of the frameworks and all of the systems and tools, everything that we've used to go from where we are to multi-6 figures, seemingly overnight. That is in the program. Also, if you want to bid like a boss and not like a cleaner, that is in there. If you want to find superstar cleaners instead of warm bodies, instead of people that are constantly going to be like making you pull your hair out, because just like you can't take every client, you can't take every cleaner, okay? That's in there. All of the back end stuff. Are you just starting out? You're worried you don't know how to clean an office? Well, cleaning school is in there. How to save money on supplies. Look, this program is going to save you a ton of heartache and money, and it's going to save you a ton of time making mistakes. I wish I had this when I first started, okay? So if you have any interest in that, that is below. All right, so that's all I got. Thank you for watching the video. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Every Friday, I will be back here with a new video. If you have any suggestions, or is there something specific about the cleaning business game that you are curious about, leave your comment below and I will make a video for you. Also, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. And if you're just looking for more information, you're in that part of the process, I have links below in the description. I have free resources for you to gain that information. Information is power, okay? But only if you use it, all right? So go ahead, go below, get that information. Join us in our free Facebook group if you'd like to. 0 to 7 figures with an office cleaning business. That's it. I'm out. I'm out of time. Happy 2021 to you. I will see you next Friday on the next video. Peace out.